This is gonna offend some people, but it needs to be said. I have never heard more in my life about alpha males and alpha men and like dominant men and traditional men than I have in like the past 2 years, right? And that's fine, whatever. I'm not gonna make a statement on that. But let me point out the fact that in the past couple of years, I also have noticed that if you're ever like struggling, like in a grocery store, in a parking lot, lifting something at work, picking up a table, not one man is gonna stop to help you. Not one man. And like even up to like 10 years ago, or when I lived in Pakistan, like men will jump to help a woman because like, yeah, as a woman I am weaker, and as your alpha male traditional dominant self, you should be jumping in to help me, right? Because that's the role. You want to be the alpha, you want to be dominant, alright, jump in and help as needed. Nah, y'all want to sit at home, y'all want to get your toes done, your nails done, shout out Drake, and then you want to be called an alpha male. I'm just saying, where's the real alpha males at? Because can't reach on the shelves. I had to put all my grocery in my trunk.
Since when does a man picking up a woman's groceries count as him being an alpha male? I'm sorry for this delusional young queen, but she is no longer in Pakistan, where I am sure they have more traditional male and female dynamics. She is in the West now, where strong, independent, don't need no man empowerment is the law of the land. Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there is something negative with that. I am saying don't look at men. They don't want to be labeled creeps or be put on an internet blast video for a misunderstanding. For those of you who think I am exaggerating, how many videos are there of men trying to help women in the gym only to be recorded as a creep? Who's to say that trend will not spill over into other venues of men trying to help? How about this? A queen a man doesn't know can put her own groceries away, and men will somehow try to figure out how to live with not being called an alpha. Moving on.
I've been going on dates for the past 2 weeks. When I say I'm not satisfied, this what the I got to choose. When you take me on a date, you open up my door. You open up the door. You pull out the chart if it's a chart, and you cut my steak if it's a steak. I'm always gonna order a steak to see if you got some home training, hoe. If you take a female on a date, she order a steak, you cut it. They pre-cut it, then you cut it. Be a gentleman. Be the gentleman. You trying to gently touch on this. Do the work. Do the work. We going on multiple dates. You want some from me? We going on multiple dates. We putting in effort. We doing what we got to do to get some. Come.
She's going to sink, Captain.
But she can't sink. She's unsinkable.
Wow, fam, this queen is demanding a gentleman while she curses like a sailor and shows a confrontational attitude, i.e. not showing a ladylike mannerism. I mean, where do I sign up to get that awesome, strong, independent boss babe treatment? Here is a little secret, ladies. The only ones who are going to do what she wants are the imps she probably doesn't respect to begin with. Please, there's a reason that Chads/Tyrones don't do any of that. And it's because it doesn't work. For my younger male viewers, let me clue you in. It doesn't take 3 to 4 dates for a woman to decide if she wants to take things further with you. I will argue women will discard a male suitor within the first 15 minutes of meeting him. Think of it this way. This queen demands men go the extra mile, but she can't go the extra step of acting like a cultured lady?
Now that's a lot of damage!
Seriously, fam? Do I really need to say more? Moving on.
Y'all will make excuses for these men, saying like, oh, he just wasn't raised romantic, he wasn't raised around that stuff. Like, he had never seen a Notebook, he didn't see Titanic, he never read a book in his life, he never went to school, you know what I mean? No Romeo, no Juliet. Like, he knows he's supposed to show up to the date with flowers, he knows he's supposed to walk you to and from your door, he knows he's supposed to open doors for you, he knows he's supposed to get the bill, he knows he's supposed to take care of you, he knows all that. And he's known for like the past 27 years of his life. Do not delude yourself into making excuses for a man that doesn't really want you around but keeps you around because you keep doing all this other stuff that makes it beneficial in the meantime, you know. Okay, thank you.
Okay, using her exact same logic back at her, since she rapid-fired a bunch of male traditional chivalrous duties, well, do young queens know they are supposed to be untouched by men until their wedding night? Do they know they must be submissive? Do they know they must not be argumentative? Do they know they must follow their husband's lead? Do they know they must dress modestly in public? Oh, I'm sorry. Did anything that I just said offend a female listener? Well, now you know how it feels when someone wants to dictate traditional roles.
But wait! There's more.
Sorry, sister, you can't have all the equality in a modern day setting while trying to dictate to men traditional behavior. In fact, I advise men not to get modern day women flowers. Why?
How come? Tell me why. Say it. Say it.
Because instead of appreciating the gesture, it is going to be used against a man in the long term by calling it the minimum. She will always expect bigger and better. I mean, both Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates are divorced, and they are billionaires. What chance does the average man have? Moving on.
Okay, hear me out. Is chivalry like amongst you guys? Because I'm pretty sure it is. I've met a handful of men that have proven to me that chivalry isn't. But it's like no one really knows what it is anymore. No one knows the walking down the street rule that you should walk on the roadside. No one knows that you should be opening doors. No one knows that you should be putting the chair out for the woman. Like, it's the most simplest of things. Opening the car door. Like, it's got to be so simple, yet it's not done. And I just think, if you want me to be this feminine, like, submissive woman, make me feel like I can be one, rather than one that I have to take control, I have to take charge.
Okay, her argument of men must be chivalrous so she can be in her feminine is flawed off rip. Okay, ladies, let me explain something to you. The idea that men have to act a certain way so you can all be ladylike is the equivalent of what men were doing before all this. If you don't follow, let me explain what I mean. Decades ago, in a different time, men were all chivalrous. They did all the things all of you want them to do. Now, those men being chivalrous didn't result in all of you remaining feminine. Nope. It resulted in a womanist empowered movement labeling chivalrous men as misogynist, oppressors, and moved family law to make sure to punish those men with no-fault divorce. The point being, if you are not willing to change everything to include the laws back to how they were, why should men give any of you special treatment?
Fatality.
Flawless victory.
I have to be in my masculine energy just so that you can be in your feminine, basically. Like, I can't be the only one that thinks myself. Chivalry is like, hardly any guy seems to think that any of those things are needed anymore. And this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I feel like the really extreme sort of ruined that. I'm just like, ugh, go away. Like, I want equality, but I also agree that to a certain extent men have their role and women have their role. I agree with equal pay and all the rest of it, but you just think, oh.
Sorry there, Queen, but there really is no putting that genie back in the bottle. Hey, maybe she is onto something about this being a result of womanists, but men don't see women pushing to get things back to how they were. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't demand both modern and traditional privileges. And yes, no woman deserves chivalry just for having a built-in taco. Chivalry was a privilege women enjoyed in traditional times, but you made it clear those times are gone. I mean, Chad/Tyrone, don't open your doors, and a lot of you queens reward them with opening up your bedroom access. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.